Well, welcome back to Klerksdorp here in the Northwest Province. Earlier when speaking to the mayor of the area, we were speaking about Klerksdorp being once, an economic hub in terms of the mining. So it was a thriving mining town, like we're saying, but the city of Klerksdorp and its surrounding towns have experienced a large economic slump when commodity prices dropped, making it unprofitable for mining companies to keep operating in this area. Let's take a look at this insert compiled once again by Lisette Laraskachny.
Klerksdorp was founded in 1837 when the voortrekkers settled on the banks of the Skoonspruit. The most prominent of the first settlers was C.M. de Plooy, who claimed a farm called Elandsheuwel. In August 1886, gold was discovered in the Klerksdorp district by M.G. Jansen van Vuren. Thousands of fortune seekers descended on the small village, turning it into a town with 70 taverns and even a stock exchange of its own. During the Second Boer War, heavy fighting occurred in the area, which also housed a large concentration camp. The graves of the victims of the concentration camps can still be visited today in the old cemetery just outside town. A town with a rich history, with people who strive every day to make a difference. One such person is the World Mistine Commonwealth finalist. She has spent this year assisting those less fortunate in her community.
In Alabama, there is people with poverty. It is a big issue, as we all know. And the problems that it is also drugs, as most kids don't know how to get over it and how to get out of the community, and they turn to drugs, as that is also a big problem in my community. But other than that, there's also good things. My community is very supportive of me.
Klerksdorp has the second highest TB infection rate in the country. The National TB Ambassador is doing his utmost best to educate people about the disease. His father, mother and siblings all contracted the disease, as in the past it was not common to test family members after one was diagnosed with TB. He started his first TB treatment at the age of 13, but soon relapsed.
As a young child at that time, I didn't complete my treatment due to stigma, whereas during that time, there's a medication that we took, Rifina, and the sad story is one of the school breaks, your urine changes color to orange. So during my first few weeks, I went to the toilet with other learners as boys, and it became a joke to some of them, and it demotivated me. I ended up not completing my treatment.
But medical science has made huge strides in early TB diagnosis.
Now recently the TB, the treatment, how we diagnose, it has been changed like previously. So now we collect the sputum for gene expect, and then when we gene expect, it will identify a same time that we have what type of TB. Is it MDR or is it normal TB? So if it's MDR, it will also indicate which tablets we are resistant to.
However, a lot of work still needs to be done.
Well, from hugging me, you'll never definitely get TB. From my handshake, you'll never get TB. But what is important is for me to, there's a new etiquette for coughing where you cough onto your elbow or you use a handkerchief, so people should not be worried that you can share the same workstation with somebody who's on a TB treatment.
Belisani is also involved in assisting the less fortunate in his community with food, clothing and personal hygiene products. Lisette Laraskachny, SABC News, Klerksdorp.
All right, there you have it. So earlier we also mentioned that farming is part of, Klerksdorp rather is an economic hub for South Africa. Farming is also in the picture. Let's speak to a farmer. His name is Kelly Pukwile. Kelly, good morning to you and welcome to Morning Live.
Oh, thank you very much.
Kelly, what do you do?
Yes, we are more into environmental services, more into horticulture. We are the largest producers of instant lawn in the district. And then we also do vegetation control, landscaping. Yes, that's what we do.
So, lunali bana ba etsa matlo a rona be matle.
Yes. We do that. We have been greening our community since 2003.
But how has business been for you?
Well, we started from a humble beginning. It was challenging at first, and then because we've got a passion, and then we persevered, and at least now there are not so many challenges as previously.
Okay, now talk to us about the challenges that you came across.
Well, obviously the first one, it's funding to start the business. But then what we have done, we started to volunteer first, and then back in the years, the municipality saw our passion, and then they also tried to assist us. That's how we also grew there.
Because I wanted to ask if perhaps you're getting any assistance from the government. So you've just mentioned the municipality, but tell us more as to how is government helping your company?
Well, let me maybe first mention the Department of Agriculture there. They've been giving us expert advice. They've been coming to our farm, assisting us as to showing us how to plant and then how to harvest. And then also they've assisted us with machinery, tractors, slashers there.
Janong, the client mainly ke boma.
Well, the clients they vary from property developers, landscapers, nurseries, even the small households. They do support us a lot.
But then how does your company go about encouraging young people to do what you're doing?
Well, we usually advise young people to go into business. Most of them, they will come to us, they're looking for employment, and then we try to discourage them for employment. Rather, they must be creators of jobs there. And then there are a lot of opportunities, especially in farming. Yeah? Also with our side, here in Klerksdorp, we are importing a lot of plants here. So we are importing from Joburg and other provinces. So there's a big opportunity for us here to produce plants ourselves.
So is that what you're looking into maybe because you're seeing a gap? Is that a business opportunity for you in the future?
Yes, definitely. We have already done the business plan, the feasibility studies because we also want to increase our services. We want also Joburg, they must come and export here.
So your besides that, your future plans, how far would you like to see your company?
Well, we would like to see ourselves as the largest environmental service company here in Northwest, and then after some few years nationally.
But how many people are in your company?
Well, currently we've got about 15 permanent employees, and then we also do seasonal workers, about 25 of them.
So you've actually contributed towards creating employment for the people of the Matlosana?
Yes, definitely. Since our company started, we have employed over 400 young people. Yes.
No, Kelly, that's where we're going to leave it, but thank you very much for your time.
All right. I would also like to mention that it's through my partner, who is Vincent Mazenyo, and then also the Lord for giving us this opportunity and opening our eyes there. So I'd like to thank Vincent and the Lord.
Thank you very much indeed. There you have it. Kelly Pukuile talking to us about his business. He is in the farming business, but instant loan. That's what they produce. And he looks into the issues of environment. Young people doing great jobs here at the Matlosana municipality here in the Northwest province. So we still have some other more interviews coming your way just before we wrap up the show here on Morning Live.